Hello and welcome to LearnQuickBooksFree.com by Mega Niche University, where that's right, we have created totally free QuickBook tutorial videos just for you. Well, here we are in QuickBooks 2013, and the first thing we're going to do is set up the chart of accounts. I'm in the main company books, okay, so this is your company, okay. It's going to be a little bit different than what you do for your clients. So we go to List, Chart of Accounts. Disregard all this stuff. I use this sample QuickBooks for a lot of different stuff. Okay. The main thing I want to show you is what you need to set up, which is account, new account. You definitely want to set up your bank account. Remember that first checking account we talked about? Okay, so this is main company checking account. And of course, you can put the bank account number over here, any information you want. If it's not a new account, and you have a prior balance, then you want to, put your opening balance over here in the statement date. Okay, but we're going to assume that this is a new setup that you've done, so you don't have to worry about that. Save a new. So it's pretty much all you need is most likely one checking account. Okay, for your business. So there you go, we've just set that up. Next thing we want to set up is our income. So here we go under income, and what I'll do over here is I'm going to call it property management fees. I'm just going to hit save and new. We're going to make that the main category, and then under that I'm going to put several items, and of course you can add yours for whatever you feel sounds right for your business. So the first one I'm going to do is monthly service fee. Usually it's what, 15%, 18%, 20%, 10%. I don't know what you charge, but that's what the monthly service fee is. We're going to put that under property management fees. Save and new. Another one could be procuring, or is it 1R? New tenants. If you charge a separate fee for getting new tenants, then there you have it. I can just type in property management, put that under that, hit save and new. Another one could be for project operations. You can have a separate fee for when you have to clean the place up and manage a project to get it ready for a new tenant. Okay, so that could be one fee right there. And I'm sure there's more. Okay, as far as expenses, it's pretty clear and cut, just like any other business. Maybe insurance is one thing that you want to, add as a main category. I made that as an income. Well, it should have been an expense, really. But in any case, we're not going to concern ourselves with that. That's pretty much the main thing of what you have to set up for chart of accounts for your business. Okay, and on the next one, we're going to talk about chart of accounts for your clients' books. So now that we've set up the accounts for the main company, back to list, back to chart of accounts, we'll pretend that we logged out and we logged back into the second QuickBooks account that we created, which was for our client, right? So you notice I talk like we're part of the same company over here. Yeah, that's right. I'm co-owner of your company. In any case, so back to account, back to new. This one also has a bank account, right? So this was customer number 1, checking number 7959. Same thing over here as we discussed. I'm just going to hit save and new to keep it simple right now. So that's the one, bank account. Income. So account name, we're going to call this rental income, rent, either way. This is money that you collect from the actual tenant that's renting. So that's rental income. Expenses. This is where we get a little bit unique over here. So we have our property management fees. And what's funny about this is exactly how you set it up for the income account on the main account. Here you're doing it as fees. So what do I mean by that to not be confused? So property managed fees, I guess we already have that over here. Where's it at? So I'm just gonna write expense just to keep it simple for now. So I'm gonna hit save and close, and here's what I mean. In the main account, the first account that we set up, we set all these up, remember, as incomes. So because it's an income over here, it's an expense to the actual customer. So it's the same thing, just in the expense side. So here I'm going to go back to account, hit new. I'm going to do expense. I'll just slide this over to the side, and we have our monthly service fee. So monthly service fee. And this was part of property managed fee expense. And same thing, you're going to do procuring new tenants, project operations. Okay, so you're going to do that. Another one that you could do is rental disbursement. Rental disbursement, what is that? That's basically when you cut a check for the difference. So let's say whatever the owner decides to withdraw, from the rent money he had minus the fees that he has to pay. So any money that's cut out to the actual client for the difference of what's left over as his income, that's rental disbursement. It's an expense in these books, but it's a rental disbursement is what you would do. Then of course we have repairs and maintenance. So you can have a main one called repairs and maintenance. Save and new. And then you can have things under there like electrical, gardening, general plumbing, pool and spa. So for example, electrical, always remember, make it a sub account of repairs and maintenance. Gardening, repairs and maintenance. And you see how it starts forming over here as well. So that takes care of that. Then you have other things like HOA fees and maybe even landscape and groundkeeping. Besides that, you have all your other expenses that may come around, and you can add them as you go along. And that pretty much takes care of this segment of setting up the chart of accounts. However, before I let you go on this video, okay, and this is a super bonus over here, so have your ears peeled on this one, okay? Once you set the chart of accounts for customer number 1, and you have more than one customer, hopefully, the easiest step you want to take next is to export this chart of accounts and import it into all the other clients' books. That way you don't have to do this process each and every single time. It will become redundant. So here's how you do it. File, Utilities, Export, List to IFF Files, and of course we're going to check over here chart of accounts. You can export any of these as well, but for now I'm talking about chart of accounts. You hit OK. You're going to save it on your desktop, wherever you want to save it. When you open up the other book, you're going to import it. Now, how do you import it? Utilities, import, IFF files. Export, import, export, import, export, import. It's that simple. Alrighty, folks. Next video coming up. And that concludes this lesson. You can visit our website at www.learnquickbooksfree.com to watch more videos.